Can you believe that we have just 3 more levels to go in this game? Hey everyone, it's Deacon082, and we're back here to Crumpled Point, which is like Cactus Point, except you get this quick hop at the start. So you can grab this one up really quickly. And this is the 5,000 point fly. Now the Stampede moves a little faster, and there are a lot more Beetles in this level. And a lot more snakes. Basically, it's just Cactus Point with more obstacles, of course. Now, however, the pattern on that last row is kind of tricky because you can't get in there when the debris shows up. So, you kind of have to make sure you do it right. And how ironic, there is a fly or some kind of bug just going around my screen and causing trouble. I wish I could just eat it, but I know I'm playing Frogger, but it just really doesn't get me in the mood to eat bugs. So, unfortunately, I'll just let Frogger handle it by going to pick up this 1,000 point fly. They're just giving us points all over the place. I mean, I don't know if I'd call this game easy, but it's certainly easy to get a lot of points. And there's the purple frog. You notice that little crevice in there behind the purple frog? Well, there is, yes, something you can do with similar crevices if you find the right spot. And that fly made me lose 5,000 points, or 500. But I eat it anyway, because I'm not afraid. So, if you can make your way around these snakes on this side, I see another little crevice in here. What is that? That is our good friend Goldie. And that is the final, well, that is the gold frog in this level of the game. So, that is all 8 gold frogs in the worlds we visited so far. I went up this side last time on Cactus Point, so we'll go up it again. The key is know where your safe spots are. Like, this is a safe spot, so I can just chill here and wait for these slow-ass critters to just go by. Like, I wish these guys moved a little faster, because there's really no easy way to go through them. Now, this part's kind of tricky, because you have these rocks, but they're not exactly evenly scattered. And going down the middle's usually troublesome, like I just did there. But, like, you don't have a lot of time to make that, for example, because the rock is at the bottom. Okay, so we got gold, and we got 3 of 5, and we have we died yet? I can die if you want me to. I probably will die on the right side. I think I remember the pattern. Okay, this spot's safe. This one's safe too, I believe? Yeah. Good job, camera! I don't know, I've just never been a fan of automatic camera rotation in because of situations like that. Like, why did it think it was a good idea for the camera to rotate automatically and cause me to move the other direction? Like, I'm moving right so I can go up the hill, and then the camera rotates right and I go straight into the boulder. And that time the camera didn't rotate. And I went straight into the other boulder. Like, what, are we looking at a 50-50 chance here to get through that part? And there are 2 frogs up that way, so it's not like you have any other choice. Yeah, I tried to go too fast there. And I almost hopped straight into the Stampede, which is a fantastic idea. Frogger would get destroyed. Not like he can't get destroyed by other things, but I just think it's funny, Frogger being destroyed by a Stampede. Okay, so how am I going to do this time? Is there a spot below me that is safe? Okay, here's how I'm going to do this. Okay. Now with these guys shattering, you really have to be careful, and they kind of go at different timings, and you can't use the bottom spots for safety because of the vultures, so, I mean, you gotta be careful, but it's really not that easy to die in that spot. It's a lot easier to die on, like, going up the mountain than once you're already at the top of the mountain. Okay, so one more trek up the mountain on this side. Now that I've figured out what I can do, I'm gonna do it. And not look back. Just continue to go up this side. You gotta get good at dodging boulders. I was losing a few frames there and it was kinda lagging me. It might be just from being up this high and having, like compared to Cactus Point, the Stampede and the Beetles, there are just a lot more things on screen causing lag. So, I mean, I hate to blame lag, but when my frame rate in the corner is dropping, like, constantly, then, I mean, I don't have a choice but to blame lag at some point. Now, this is Big Boulder Alley. Oh, I hope I don't drop frames here. That would be miserable. Because you see those crocodiles down at the bottom. They are causing me to drop frames, and this is not good. So, the biggest offender at Big Boulder Alley for its difficulty is the camera. This super high angle at the beginning, you can't do anything about it. I'm sorry, you can't do anything about this camera. So, that means you have to deal with it and learn the pattern. And the orange is really easy to get, thankfully. He's usually the one you want to go for, but you see all these things at the bottom on this level that weren't here on Boulder Alley. Like, of course, the crocodiles. This means, yep, there are frogs down there. And it's gonna be one fun adventure to get down there. Okay, so how do you get down there, it seems? Well, as before, you take a bird down there. But how do you get down there? Well, there are multiple ways. This is really the best way to do it, is to go this way. Now, this pattern is maybe one of the hardest in the whole game to figure out. Because there is a bird that comes by in the middle of this area. And to be able to get there, you have to know what spots are safe at all times. And know just when you're able to jump down there. Okay, so now that we're down here, I think I'm going to go for red first. Red and green are both down here. Green is up there. Red is over here. For red, you have to follow this Gila monster. And luckily, yes, very luckily, they give you a lot of extra lives on this level. Because you will probably be losing them. So this pattern's kind of tricky as well. It looks like 2, and then a break, and then 1. And we're good. Getting a lot of flies and getting the red frog on our first attempt at the bottom. That's not something I do very often because the bottom of this level's tricky, but honestly, I've had more trouble with just getting down there. A lot of the times. Now, the other way to get over there is almost impossible to do. Because remember the way we went for the purple frog last time? Well, it's almost... I'm going to go for purple because I'm talking about it. You could have done the same thing on Boulder Alley, on the first Boulder Alley, and just loop around this way to get to the mountain. I'm going to show that off because on this path, the beetles, the first set of beetles you have to get through is like, they're like outrageously fast. And there's like no gap between them, and I've not been able to consistently get past them. So I just loop around this way. They give you a quick jump here, which is really helpful if you can reach the top of the mountain. Reaching the top of the mountain Okay, we got it. That was always a difficult one for me, because the quick hop runs out right when you get to the top. I would like to try to make that, but I have the pattern down so well that it would completely mess up the pattern if I went at a different time. So what I do is I go 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it gives me 2 options. Hop this one, hop this one, hop this one, and then I can go, which that was a bad decision at that point. Depending, because I'm able to see the next wave of beetles coming this way. And, well, that's one way to get down there, but that was a bad key press. Yeah, so I just wait. Because I'm having to wait all this time on this run, I think I'm going to go for blue just because it's a little easier to get to. So I watched this wave because on the wave coming downwards, there are always 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, and that's 3. So now I can just safely go and not have to worry about that hop. And the other option is hop them both together. The wave that comes down and the wave that goes sideways. You can hop them both at the same time. I've done that a few times, but I find that is the easiest way to get through, just because you have 2 options. Okay, so blue is in the same exact place as before, except 2 boulders fall instead of 1. This is probably the easiest frog on the map. But all the frogs on this are hard just because the beetles. And the beetles have such a strange pattern that honestly, most people, the first time they play this level, me included, will lose all of their lives on beetles before they even get a single frog. Which, that's completely understandable when you look at this level, because the camera work is just bad. So you go 4, let me rotate the camera. It doesn't get any better. Also, by rotating the camera, I know that I'm going to have to make a double jump, and this is not going to work. Yeah. Like, sometimes you can still get caught in, let's just call it purgatory. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, sometimes you can try to risk it there. Like here, I got a setup where I can jump 2 at the same time. So that's good. Now I gotta get down to green. Oh, I thought I cleared that. Damn. Okay. Oh, by the way, this level is generally considered the hardest in the game. But after what happened with Uncanny Crusher, I still think Uncanny Crusher is more difficult to get the hang of than this. However, I don't know if I can fairly say that, because I cleared this level on my first try in practice. Well, by first try in practice, I mean first try. Oh my god, the vulture. First try after like 50 deaths, and we still haven't got the most difficult frog in the level. And I'm running low on lives, so, I mean, if I can clear this first try, it would be a miracle because of how notoriously hard this level is. So that was 3. I know I can safely go now. Gotta watch the vulture. I'm safe from the vulture now because of its pattern. So I go up 5, and then another 1. Then I make the jump down. Okay, so we have to get down to the bottom section, and how I did that before was I just wait for the pattern. I don't care if I miss a bird. I mean, a good situation. That's almost as perfect as you can get the bird. Just get it like instantly with no obstacles there. So now we have some tumbleweeds to deal with. Okay, and now we get into this section, and where are we? Well, we're actually directly underneath the start. Can't really show it because of the camera. Yeah, those are the beetles that go by at the beginning. Now this is maybe the most difficult frog to get in the entire game because this pattern is so hard to figure out. Once you realize that the 4th one is safe, always, it can never chomp, but all the others can. So you have a time fly, And now you have to figure out this pattern to get across. 5 stays up a long time. 6 doesn't stay up long. 7 seems to stay up, I don't know, kind of in the middle, but it can chomp too, so. Oh boy. No. It disappeared at a bad time. No! Man, so close. It's so intense when you get down to just one frog to go. Man. And I got bad Beetles, so I'm dead. I mean, you could try going back at that point, but you saw I almost wasted all my time getting green. So, I mean, I'm just going to take the death at this point and worry about the time, because the more time I have, the more time I can work out the pattern. That was a close call. That was a really close call. Man, I'm worried. Can I get a bird here right now? Good! Yes. Okay, I'm getting good bird luck. Sometimes I have to wait like 30, 40 seconds for those. And as I've shown, you do not have much time to get this green frog. Well, I mean, you have a lot of time, because they even give you some time flies, but just figuring out the pattern. And that, thought I had a little more time on those 2 in the middle. Okay, so, assuming I get good Beetles, then I have 2 more attempts at this. Well, 3 more. That's assuming I get good Beetles. I might not have that many chances. Alright, this part takes concentration. Ah, I missed the bird. Yeah, that's what happens when you miss the bird. Now you gotta wait on another one. And see, I can't get that one either. So you're seriously running out of time on the green frog if you have to waste like 30 seconds to get a bird. I still want to clear Big Boulder Alley first try though, because man, this level, it's frustrating, but usually you can build up enough lives beforehand, and it's not that hard to earn extra lives on this level either, because you get a lot of time, and some frogs really aren't that difficult. Like, orange and blue. I mean, climbing the mountain isn't bad. Can I get a bird here right now? Okay, that's not bad. Anytime you can get the first bird that comes by, you're usually in good shape. Okay. Moment of truth. Those extra 2 seconds might come in handy. You never know. Okay. So let's work out this pattern. That is not working out a pattern. Oh, I am so worried right now. This would be such a memorable moment if I could do this. No! Ah, I jumped barely too early because I was worried about the last beetle. Well, that is going to be the end of this episode of Frogger. In the next episode, we'll see if we fare any better. It looks like we completed all of Cactus World, or Desert World, on one life. Yes, we did. Actually didn't show what happens when your score gets registered into the main screen. Also, why am I getting more frames per second on this when it's lagging like hell than I do when I play the game? I just don't get it. But anyway, you get this, and there we go. That was our number 5 score. Our number 1 score is incredible. But that's going to be the end of this episode of Frogger. Next time, we'll be beating Big Boulder Alley. Hopefully. I mean, I got close. I should just go for green first next time. Okay, this has been Deacon082, And I'll see you guys next time in what will probably be the finale unless I die 16 more times. See you guys then.